Hey, my loves, hope y'all doing well. Listen, I've been getting some interesting DMs as of late. Mainly angry ones, but they all have one thing in common. They feel that they are not their ancestors. That a person is not their ancestors whatsoever. That's them. We are us. Apparently, epigenetics is just not a thing. But you know what? Let's talk about it. Listen, in hoodoo practice, and in some other ATRs as well, it is believed that you reincarnate in your bloodline. You don't skip around from race to race or anything like that. No, it is believed that you reincarnate in your bloodline. When it comes to ancestral veneration, it is known what you do in this lifetime impacts the next generations. Not only the previous ones in the elevation and the healing and resolution of them, depending on what you do, but also impacts your future generations. Meaning what? Depending on what you do, you may end up be setting up a potential future incarnation in your bloodline up for disaster if you're not careful. Therefore, ask yourself, what legacy do you want to leave behind? Because anyone can pass on a name. But what legacy are you going to leave behind? You want to leave behind one of bigotry and not trying to understand? Okay, guess what? Ain't nothing pretty. You're just contributing to the issue. Or are you going to be part of the solution, trying to understand and build from it to set your future generations up with understanding? Being educated truly. Because let me tell you something. Genes hold memory. DNA hold memory. That's known. That's proven. Everything of your ancestors that came before lives in you. And the memories are there. The traumas, the pains, the trials, the tribulations, the strengths, the blessings, the accomplishment, all of it lives there. Skills, talents, everything. And if you really want to learn something, I highly recommend that you go watch Dr. Joy DeGray's lecture or get her book, Post-Traumatic Slave Syndrome, The Legacy of Enduring Injury and Healing. And learn you something. Trauma is passed down. And the ones who perpetrate trauma, that mentality, that mindset is also passed down as well. Sure, in today's time, granted, I cannot really say that. Well, let me rephrase. Sure, a large handful of y'all are not out here going around, unaliving by lynching people or anything like that, or feeding babies to gators or anything like that. But the aggression, the blatant ignorance, the mental mind games and tactics that was used back then, oh baby, that is passed down. I'm a black man from the South. I've seen it. I've experienced it. In my personal opinion, in theory, if we all as a society, accepted the understandings of ancestral veneration and what it means to honor, uplift our ancestors, and practice that way of healing, yeah, I do think we might be able to be in a better society. But hey, we still live in a time where people, even our own government, cannot take accountability for the travesties of the past. And the ones who contribute to it cannot even sit down and fathom the understanding that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.